When you walk along the River Thames in London, you can't miss it. Moored permanently between London Bridge and Tower Bridge is a true giant of naval history. This is HMS Belfast, a magnificent warship that served the Royal Navy with distinction for decades. It is a powerful symbol of Britain's maritime past and the sacrifices made by those who served at sea. Today, it stands as a floating museum. Its steel plates and mighty guns tell incredible stories of conflict, courage, and life on the ocean waves. It is one of only 3 surviving vessels from the bombardment fleet on D-Day, making it a very special piece of our heritage. HMS Belfast is a town-class light cruiser. This type of ship was designed to be fast, powerful, and versatile. Its main job was to protect other ships, hunt down enemy vessels, and support troops on land with impressive firepower. It was launched way back in 1938, just on the cusp of the Second World War. The designers packed it with the latest technology of the time. Its sleek grey hull was built for speed, capable of cutting through rough seas to reach its destination quickly. The ship was a self-contained world, a steel city that could operate independently for long periods far from home. The ship itself is a masterpiece of naval engineering from its era. It measures over 187 meters long, which is longer than 2 football pitches laid end to end. Its design was a careful balance between offensive capability and the need to protect its crew. The hull was protected by a thick belt of armor designed to withstand shell impacts. Deep inside the ship were the engine rooms, the beating heart that powered its 4 propellers. These engines gave Belfast the speed and agility it needed to perform its many roles, from escorting vital convoys to engaging in fierce naval battles across the globe. A warship is nothing without its crew, and at its peak, HMS Belfast was home to around 950 sailors and officers. Life on board was a highly organized and disciplined existence, with every man having a specific role to play. From the captain on the bridge to the stokers deep in the engine rooms, each person was a vital cog in a complex machine. The ship operated around the clock, with sailors working in shifts or watches, as they called them, to ensure it was ready for action at any moment. This constant state of readiness created a unique and intense environment where teamwork and trust were absolutely essential for survival. The daily routine for a sailor was demanding. The day would start early, often before sunrise, with the sound of a boatswain's pipe. After a quick breakfast, the crew would get to work. Tasks were incredibly varied. Some men would be responsible for maintaining the guns, ensuring they were clean and ready to fire. Others worked on deck, scrubbing the wooden planks until they shone. Below decks, engineers monitored the powerful engines, while cooks prepared meals for hundreds of hungry men in the galley. There was always something to do, from painting the ship to repairing equipment, keeping everyone busy. Despite the hard work, the crew found ways to relax and build a strong sense of community. When not on duty, sailors would spend their free time in their mess decks. These were the crowded spaces where they ate, slept in hammocks and socialized. They would write letters home, read books, or play card games like Uckers, a naval version of Ludo. The ship even had its own cinema, where films were shown to provide a welcome escape from the realities of war. There was also a NAFI canteen where they could buy sweets and tobacco. There was also a chapel on the ship so that the crew could pray, which is a source of comfort for many religious people. These small comforts were incredibly important for morale during long voyages. Take my hands now. You are the cause of my euphoria. Food was a crucial part of daily life and a constant topic of conversation. The ship's galley had the enormous task of preparing 3 meals a day for nearly 1,000 men. The diet was designed to be high in calories to fuel the physically demanding work. It often consisted of staples like bread, meat and potatoes. Fresh fruit and vegetables were a luxury that quickly ran out after leaving port. The quality of the food could vary, but the ship's cooks did their best with the ingredients they had. A hot meal was also a huge morale booster, a moment of comfort in an otherwise harsh and unforgiving environment.
Euphoria. Take my hands now. You are the cause of my euphoria. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
HMS Belfast's service career began under a dark cloud. In November 1939, just a few months into the Second World War, the ship struck a German magnetic mine in the Firth of Forth. The explosion was devastating. It broke the ship's back, injured many crew members, and put the new cruiser out of action for almost 3 years. It was a huge blow, but the ship was painstakingly repaired and modernized. This rebuild actually made it even stronger, with improved armor, radar systems, and anti-aircraft weaponry. When it returned to the fleet in 1942, it was one of the most advanced cruisers in the Royal Navy. Once back in service, Belfast was sent to the freezing, treacherous waters of the Arctic. Its mission was to protect the Arctic convoys, fleets of merchant ships carrying vital supplies to the Soviet Union. This was one of the most dangerous duties of the war. The convoys faced constant threats from German U-boats, aircraft and warships, not to mention the extreme weather with giant waves and sea ice. Belfast's crew had to endure bitter cold and near constant darkness during the winter months, always on high alert for an attack. Their role in keeping these supply lines open was absolutely critical to the Allied war effort. The ship's most famous moment came in December 1943 during the Battle of the North Cape. HMS Belfast played a leading role in the sinking of the formidable German battlecruiser Scharnhorst. Using its advanced radar, Belfast was able to track the German ship in the dark and stormy conditions. It was Belfast that fired some of the first shots of the engagement, helping to corner the powerful enemy vessel. The battle was a major victory for the Royal Navy, removing a significant threat to the Arctic convoys. Belfast's contribution was crucial, showcasing the importance of its technology and the skill of its crew under immense pressure. 6 months later, HMS Belfast found itself at the heart of another historic operation, D-Day. On June 6, 1944, it was one of the very first ships to open fire on the Normandy coast in support of the Allied landings. Its huge 6-inch guns bombarded German defensive positions on Gold and Juno beaches, helping to clear the way for British and Canadian troops. For 5 weeks, the ship remained off the coast, providing constant fire support and protecting the invasion fleet. The deafening sound of its guns became a symbol of hope for the soldiers on the beaches. Its role in the largest amphibious invasion in history cemented its place as a truly legendary warship. After the Second World War, HMS Belfast's service was far from over. The world had changed, but the need for powerful naval vessels remained. In the 1950s, the ship was deployed to the Far East to take part in the Korean War. Here it once again used its guns to support United Nations troops on the ground, carrying out coastal patrols and bombardments. This period of service demonstrated the ship's continued relevance in the post-war era. It sailed thousands of miles, undertaking peacekeeping duties and humanitarian missions, proving its versatility beyond major conflicts, before it was finally retired from active service in 1963. The ship's most striking features are its guns. It boasts 12 massive 6-inch guns housed in 4 triple turrets. These could fire shells weighing over 50 kilograms at targets nearly 23 kilometers away. Imagine the immense power and noise when these guns fired into action. It would be deafeningly loud. In addition to these main features, Belfast was bristling with smaller anti-aircraft guns to defend against attacks from the sky. It was also equipped with torpedo tubes, giving it a deadly punch against enemy warships. This combination of speed, armor, and firepower made HMS Belfast a formidable opponent for any enemy it might encounter on the high seas. As the 1960s came to a close, the ship was destined for the scrapyard. its fate seemingly sealed like so many other historic vessels. However, a dedicated group of people, including former crew members and naval historians, believed that Belfast was too important to lose. They formed a private trust, the HMS Belfast Trust, and began a campaign to save the ship for the nation. It was a monumental effort. They argued that Belfast was a unique survivor, a perfect example of a Second World War cruiser that had seen significant action. Their passion and determination ultimately paid off, saving the ship from destruction. In 1971, their hard work came to fruition. HMS Belfast was brought to London and opened to the public as a museum ship, a new role that it continues to this day. It became a branch of the Imperial War Museum in 1978, securing its future for generations to come. Now, instead of sailors, it is filled with visitors from all over the world. People can walk its decks, climb the ladders, and explore the 9 different levels. You can see the bridge where the captain gave his orders, the cramped mess decks where sailors slept, and the thunderous engine and boiler rooms deep within the hull. It provides a fascinating window into the past. Today, HMS Belfast stands as a powerful and moving memorial. It is a tribute to the thousands of men who served on board during its 25-year career and to the wider Royal Navy. It is more than just a static museum piece. It is an immersive experience that brings history to life. By walking through its corridors and compartments, you get a real sense of what it was like to live and fight on a warship. It preserves the stories of bravery, hardship, and camaraderie for future generations.
Close that door now. When I'm with you, I'm in utopia. 지워진 꿈을 찾아 헤맸을까? 운명 같은 하나만은 달라. 아픈 너의 눈빛이 나와 같은 곳을 보는 걸. When you please stay in dreams, yeah. 저기 멀리서 바다가 들려. 내 꿈을 건너서 숲을 너머로 선명해지는 그곳으로 가. Take my hands now. You are the cause of my euphoria. Yeah, 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 yeah. Euphoria. Take my hands now. You are the cause of my euphoria. 모래바닥이 갈라진데도 그 누가 이 세계 흔들어도 잡은 손 절대 놓지 말아줘. 제발 꿈에서 깨어나지 마. 저기 멀리서 바다가 들려. 꿈을 건너서 숲을 너머로 선명해지는 그곳으로 가. Take my hands now. You are the cause of my euphoria. Yeah, 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 yeah. Euphoria, euphoria. Take my hands now. You are the cause of my euphoria. Yeah, 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 yeah,
HMS Belfast is not just a ship. It is a guardian of memory, ensuring that the critical role Britain's Navy played in the 20th century is never forgotten.
Close that door now. When I'm with you, I'm in utopia. 어느 날 세상이 멈춰서 아무런 예가 없이 오는 기다림을 몰랐어. 눈치 없이 와버렸어. 자꾸 지워진 거리 여기 남아져 있는 나 혼자 가는 시간이 미안해 말도 없이 yeah.
오늘도 비가 내릴 것 같아 흠뻑 젖어버렸네 아직도 멈추질 않아 저 먹구름보다 빨리 달려가 그럼 될 줄 알았는데 나 겨우 사람인가 봐 몹시 아프네 세상이란 놈이 지갑기 덕분에 눌러보는 먼지 쌓인 백악기 넘어진 채 성하는 엇박자의 춤 겨울이 오면 내 시작 더 뜨거운 숨
끝이 보이지 않아 출구가 있긴 한가발이 뜨지질 않아 잠시 두 눈을 감아 여기 내 손을 잡아 저 미래로 달아나자 I'm gonna go in the forest 하늘 가더라오겠지 아무 일도 없던 듯이 Yeah, life goes on like an arrow in the blue sky 또 하루 동마다 곁을 on my pillow, on my table Yeah, life goes on like this again
이 음악을 빌려 너에게 나 전할게 사람들은 말해 세상이 다 변했대 다행히도 우리 사이는 아직 여태 안 변했네
늘 하던 시작과 끝 안녕이란 말로 오늘과 내일 또 함께 이어보자고 멈춰있지 마 어둠에 숨지 마 빛은 더 떠오르니까 끝이 보이지 않아 출구가 있긴 한가발이 뜨지질 않아 잠시 두 눈을 감아 여기 내 손을 잡아 저 미래로 달아나자 Like an echo in the forest 하루가 돌아오겠지 아무 일도 없던 듯이 yeah.